Well, good morning, everyone. It's Dr. Brian McCarley back with another episode of Doc About Town. As you can tell, I am by myself today. Today's kind of a special episode because it is Tuesday morning, November the 5th, Election Day here in the U.S. Just went over and voted at our local polling place. And Michelle and I prefer to wait till the day of the election to vote, if at all possible. And so that's what we did this morning. Took the dogs with us, and of course they were a hit. People were kind of watching them and asking questions, and so that was fun. But that's really not the point of this video. The point of this video is to a couple things. One, first and foremost, if you haven't voted yet and you're seeing this today on Tuesday, go take time to vote. Find your local polling place, go vote. We were in and out of our place in about 10 minutes. So um, we actually had a line this morning, which was unusual for our polling place. Usually we're right in and out, nobody's there in line. So, um, but even then, the line was moving fast and everything was being real efficient. So that was cool. So go vote. Vote your conscience, vote your values, um, vote for the future of this country. So that's my first admonishment. Second thing is, if you've been watching the show lately, you've seen a couple of episodes where I've posted information or posted videos about my flying experiences and what's going on. And I actually posted something last week on my own personal timeline about doing my second round of solos, and have now signed off. My instructor signed off on me being able to do unsupervised solos, which means I can go out and practice on my own. He and I still have some more work to do, as far as training for different skills and tools in the bag, so to speak. But practice wise, I can go out and do touch and goes and continue to refine my skill at being able to be an effective and efficient and smooth, precise aviator. So that's been kind of exciting. Um, which brings me really to the point of this video this week. One of the key values that Michelle and I have identified for ourselves. Excuse me, I've got a little bit of a croup in my throat this morning. um, is a spirit of adventure. If you have known me very long or watched much of my stuff, or heard many of my stories, which my buddies from high school claim they have numbered and categorized all of those stories, I have yet to see that library written down anywhere, but they used to give me a hard time about my stories. Anyway, I love to tell stories, and more than loving to tell stories, I love to create new stories. So what does that mean? Where do those stories come from? Well, those stories come from being willing to say yes to doing some things that other people would not necessarily do. Um, and they're not earth-shattering things. I've not sailed solo around the world, or I've not climbed Kilimanjaro, those kind of things. It doesn't have to be something big. Some of the things are kind of big. Many of you know I've driven to Nicaragua twice, not by myself, with a team, but that's a pretty big deal. Um, and it was just a matter of necessity. It was not like I set out to say, I'm going to do something that's really impressive. Um, we just needed to get the vehicles there, and so the group of us said, well, let's go, let's drive them. So we did. Learning to fly an airplane is a skill that a lot of people have, and you'd be surprised how many people have taken flying lessons, and many have actually earned their private pilot certificate. Um, I'm learning that there are people that I've known for years that I had no idea had been flying. So that's kind of cool. But to a lot of people who've never even considered that possibility, that's kind of a big deal. I grew up around it, so it doesn't seem like that big of a deal to me, but to others, they're just shocked and kind of perplexed, and I would never think to do that. And I've always encouraged people, look, go try it. Go try it. If there's anything that you've ever thought of doing and you've watched and thought, wow, that's really amazing, or that's really cool, or good for you, that's awesome. Go try it. Okay? It doesn't have to be flying an airplane. It could be doing anything. So that is really the point of this video this week. I would love to hear from you. I want to know, what is your favorite adventure that you have had in your past. And tell us a little story about that. We'd love to hear about that. And second is, what's your next adventure? What are you planning? What's coming up? Or what is on your, I hate the term bucket list, but what is on your list of things that one of these days I'm going to dot dot dot. What's on your list? I would love to hear about that. I love hearing people's stories. I love hearing about interesting things that people have done. And I just love people's experiences. So I'm sure there's a lot of people out there who love to hear about that kind of stuff. So feel free to post a video in the comments if you want. You can do this as a video if you want, or if you're not comfortable on camera, type it out. Um, I'd love to read about it or watch you, especially watch you tell about it if you're comfortable doing video. So um, go vote, have an awesome day, and look around and see how you can make today a fascinating day for you and for others to follow by living in a spirit of adventure. So as always, I want to say thank you to our company, Genesis Family Chiropractic, and the Noblesville Elks Lodge, number 576, for being able for making this possible for me to bring these shows to you each and every week. We couldn't do this without our sponsors. So if you haven't checked out the Elks lately, check it out. It's quite an organization. Uh, we do a lot of good work in this city, in this community, and I say we because I'm a member for now 18 years, I think it is. So it's a great organization. It's not just a bar. We do a lot of charitable work, raise a lot of money for cancer research, and work with the Boys and Girls Club. Lots of other things. Veterans. There's all kinds of areas where we do things behind the scenes that people don't know that the Elks is involved with. So check them out. Don't forget to post your stories about your adventures, and we'll talk to you real soon.